Tina and Edward are with us on the line from Cleveland, Ohio. Hey, guys, what's up?
Hi, Dave.
Doing?
We're doing good. Thanks for taking our call.
Sure. How can I help?
My husband, Edward, and I are new to the Dave Ramsey world, and we are loving it.
Nice.
Last month, we put together our very first budget in preparing to attack $195,000 of non-mortgage consumer debt.
Ouch.
And by the end of the first month, we completed baby step 1, and we're working on baby step 2. At the end of that first month, we, put $2,000 towards the debt, bringing it to $193. And we've adjusted our W-4s. We recently canceled my whole life insurance and are currently holding on to $27,000 until I finalize my term life with Zander.
Okay.
We're also in receipt of $20,000 in the next 2 months or so due to a medical settlement.
Okay.
So we're currently working on getting out of my car lease. My question, Dave, is should we drop the $47,000 on debt or also get rid of my husband's vehicle and use some of the $47,000 to purchase 2 used vehicles and then put remaining on debt? My husband's thinking that we keep the $25,000 car in the snowball and keep the vehicle till the doors fall off. What are your thoughts?
What's your household income?
Household annual income is $151,356.
Okay. Well, the rule of thumb that I use is pretty simple. Usually, usually, over half the time that I talk to someone in one of these conversations, the car is a blocker.
Yes.
Meaning mathematically, you're choking on them, and it moves the needle dramatically to dump some cars. If you drive like no one else, later you can drive like no one else. I mean, all you got to do is visualize and say, my goodness, if we had no payments but a house payment, how fast could we save up and buy some decent cars? Really fast. So we're not talking about driving hoopties or whatever for very long, either way, whatever decision you make. But even if you don't make the decision, or if you do make the decision, the rule of thumb I use is 2 things. Number 1, you don't want the total of all your vehicles, anything with a motor, totaled up, shouldn't be more than half your annual income. You have not violated that. Especially when you get rid of the lease car, you're not violated that. Okay? Because if you do, if you had $80,000, $90,000 worth of cars making $150,000, you got too much stuff going the wrong way. It's going down in value. That's the point of that. Okay? So the second rule is, can I be debt-free, everything but my house, in about 2 years? If not, is the car the blocker? And so, if you had a $2,000 debt on the car, or a $2,000 car, the car is not your blocker then. So can you pay this off and keep the $25,000 car as you run your calculations within 2 years? I doubt it.
Okay.
Because that's $100,000 a year, and you make $150,000 to be debt free in 2 years. It's going to be 3 years. And
that's what we were figuring.
Yeah, so the car does. What is it, $500-600 a month on this thing does move the needle. That's $7,000, $8,000 a year towards this goal. And again, the thing you got to keep in your head is it's not for that long. It's like 2-3 years you're going to be buying another car that you're going to pay cash for, probably as nice as this one. And you just pay cash for it after you get your emergency fund in place. And I forgot about the $47,000. You can
some of that to buy 2 cars.
I'm not going to buy $47,000 worth of cars. I'd buy $5,000.
No.
How far are you upside down on the $25,000?
No.
Okay. So let's just say if you threw the 47 straight at the debt, can you make it in 2 years? That's what I meant. I forgot it. Because instead of 195, now I got 150. That's 75 a year out of 150. That's laying it down hard. You got no life doing that. But that is what we tell people to do is, go crazy. Beans and rice, rice and beans, no life. I think you keep it. If you throw the 47 at it and you commit to no life.
Okay.
Scorched earth on the lifestyle.
Yes, but taking a little bit out of that, Dave, to buy my hoopty.
Yeah, you got to buy a $5,000 car. Yeah.
Okay.
And he gets the hoopty. Hey, federal law, his wife gets the good car. He gets the hoopty.
I really like that plan. I think I'm ending up in the hoopty for some reason.
No.
So, again, it's just temporary because you guys make really good money. You've just made really bad decisions, and now you've got a big hole you're in, but you got a good shovel, and you're committed. You're on the call together, which says we're on the page together. We're both leaning into this. It's a real good prognosis. You got all the symptoms of winning.
Oh, God.
We feel like we're winning already just because we got to talk to you.
Yeah. So hey, there's no magic there, darling. But I would throw the 40. I'd throw the 47 at it and lean into the lifestyle in order to keep the car, because I think you can make it right at 2 years. But that's gonna out of 75 a year. It's what you got to do out of 150, and that means you got, after taxes, you really are not gonna have any room. There's nothing. I mean, nothing. I mean, people are going to be making fun of you because you're going to be living on the cheap. But that's cool. Hey, thanks for calling in. That's a fun discussion. Guys, sometimes y'all ought to do that, the rest of you. Some of you that call in, you ought to get your spouse on the phone with you because, I can get my referee's whistle out and blow the whistle and say he's out of bounds, right? And that just solve it. You don't have to go home and translate. I can just talk to him right here.